Welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. Fixing to try to crank this old tractor over here. So I'm gonna have to jump it off. Been having to do that. Usually after I run it a little bit, I can crank it every time with a little bit of starting fluid, but we're out of starting fluid, and it's been sitting here since the beginning of gardening season since I dug up my potatoes. I had some issues with a little glass bowl under there. It's a sediment filter. I'll show you that in a minute. Fixed that yesterday when I was working on my saws and stuff. So what we got to do is get this middle buster off, and I got to make my rows over there to plant my collards and turnip stuff. We got to get that planted here pretty quick. So we're fixing to do that real quick, and then I got to go to town, do some errands, and then I'm going to go to the deer camp and check on my blind, and I need to put a chair in that blind, and I'm going to look for a place to hang my climbing stand to bow hunt out of. Put a camera up over there on the feeder and see what's over there. And then we might walk up a little hardwood. I think there's a creek bottom. It's got a hardwood. Might do a little squirrel hunting late this evening there. So I'll take y'all along with me to do all that. Let's get this tractor cranked and get these greens in the ground right now. I'll be honest with you, I hate the way Chevrolet has got their way to hook to. You can't hook to the battery post is what I like to do. It don't allow that, so anyway. It looks like this is a little bit ground. So I have to leave my carburetor, and I know this ain't good. I leave it open right there, and then once I get it cranked, then I have to try to stick his back up on there, which sometimes is a little difficult, but I've got it off right now. Spray some starting fluid while I was out of starting fluid, so we got a little gasoline in this simple green bottle. There we go. So let's see what it's gonna do. Oh yeah. Let me turn the gas on now. Before I do that, let me show y'all this sediment fill. So this little glass bowl right here, there's a rubber deal at the top of that. And I have been using an inner tube, cutting it, putting it in there to seal that, because it tightens right here at the bottom on this screw. Well, I discovered that the rubber O-ring out of the end of a water hose fits perfect. And I got a box of them, so problem solved. It really needs a piece of cork up there, because that gas will dissolve that, but it'll last about a season. So anyway, let's see if we can get it to crank. We're gonna have to choke it. Oh Lord. Got me a jug of water here. I'm gonna put my cabbage on this row, my collards on that row, and then I'll put my mustards and turnips on that other row. And I ain't got but 6 of each one of these, so I'm gonna start with them. I'm gonna get some more probably today when I go to town here in a little bit to add to this. I'm a little late. Put my tag up on this row where I know what that is. I'm gonna put them about a step apart. We're gonna water these in a little bit here. Let's see, this is mustards. I'm gonna put them on this row. The turnips on the bottom row. 1 pound of Florida broadleaf mustards. Now y'all have seen me take and put them in a jar and poke holes like a pepper shaker. And that is a good way to do this, but I didn't have time for all that. So this time we're gonna do a little different. I cut me a small hole in that sack because we're gonna put them right down a row. And I promise you, I got them thick, and I ain't planted but a few, but that's all right. Reason I went ahead and bought a big pack is I can use them for a long time. Times get hard, you know, I got seed. I put them in the freezer, so. You know, it ain't like you buying something, this is the only time you ever gonna use it, and then you ain't never gonna need it again. I'll use them till they gone. They will not be wasted. Do the same thing. Well, y'all, we got all of that did. And y'all, I am bad late planting this stuff. It should have been planted a month ago. I'm trying to get caught up on everything around here. I am behind on a lot of stuff, but that's just the way it is. You deal with life as it comes to you. You don't always get to do everything the way you like to do it, which is the best way to do things. I heard that somewhere. So I can't remember who said that. We're gonna go wrap these up and put them up, and then I've got some more knife making I gotta do for the rest of the evening. And when we get to the deer camp, I'll pick y'all back up and we'll set that blind and all that stuff up. So y'all hang with me. It's good to know that the blinds survived the hurricane that come through. We're gonna put this old rolling chair. It's been sitting out there in my way, and I said, you know what? That's what I'm gonna put in there because it ain't gotta be high enough to see. You can see through this blind. So my goal is I'm gonna put this chair in there. We're gonna put a camera on this feeder down here, and then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do about bow hunting. I gotta find a place. I got my climbing stand in the truck. If I find me a good spot, I'm gonna hang it on a tree. So I got my little Stevens 22 single shot. We're gonna do a little scouting for deer sign, squirrel hunting at the same time. Probably gonna need some mosquito dope, y'all. The mosquitoes have done got bad here in Mississippi. So let me get this put in here. I failed to bring a tripod. When we start walking, I do have a GoPro. I'll put it on my chest or my head or something. So, because I can't really walk total tripod. I said I was going to do away. So that's one thing the GoPro's going to come in good handy for, is I can strap it to me and just go. So let me get this chair put in here, and then we're going to go put this camera up. Looks like something scratching around digging and all of that, where that corn is going. They've been eating it. So we need to figure out about where we think they're coming in at. I don't know where that's at. We probably just run deer off. So I'm gonna look around just a second right here. And this is pretty open. It ain't like I'm gonna just find a padded out trail right yet, because that ain't been up long enough to do it. Now, if it was wet weather, might be possible. But they could be coming from anywhere out here. Looking to see what I see. Looks like this might be I don't know, looks like right through here. Right around beside. Let me walk and look. Just a second right here. I got my cameras in this old bag. I really don't need to put a bunch of scent out here, but I need a general idea where they're coming from, because I need to know where to put my climbing stand. But right there, if I come this way, I'm gonna have to walk right by the feeder to do it. We've been going down this hill. You see that disturbed soil? That's where something lost its footing right there coming down this hill. They coming right down through here. I believe we can set up in this draw down here, cut them off. We're gonna watch it a day or two before we put a stand in here though. And they could be coming, y'all, from 2 or 3 different ways, because we have no pictures. We don't know if there's 1 deer eating there or if there's 20 eating in there. I mean, you just don't know yet. And I'm gonna mess everything up today, but obviously I'm not hunting deer today. So I'm just kind of scouting, and right here ain't no hardwoods. I didn't bring my... If I find them coming through here, there's several trees right here I can climb in this hollow. Cut them off going up to that feeder. That's what I like to do. Because y'all, that buck, he's not going to be caught standing at that feeder for dark. Very rare chance. He might come out at it right at dark. But if you can figure out where he's coming from, you can back up his trail about 300 yards, 200 yards, and you'll most likely get a shot at him. I'm finna go up here though and walk this hardwood bottom. I may want to hang my stand up there. I got 2 sacks of corn. I can sprinkle some more corn on the ground somewhere. I don't have a feeder with me, but I can sprinkle a little bit. I don't want to just put no pile out. But y'all, you see how that pine straw ruffled up through here? They stuff definitely traveling right up through here. Most definitely. They come right up this hill. See, y'all, I ain't walked far. I'm slipping up this little creek that runs up this hardwood bottom. It's in a pine thicket, and there's just a few hardwoods along this ditch. A few acorn trees, not many, but looks like I see some deer tracks along, so I figure these deer are following this to cross right here, most likely. So more than likely, I'm fixing to locate me. That is a huge maple tree right there. I mean a buggin'. That one right there. And y'all, I don't know if y'all seen it. This is a little Stevens single shot. That is what my squirrel getter is for today. So I'm trying not to talk a whole lot, but I did want to tell you what I was doing. I'm gonna find me a place out here that I think is a good spot. Probably gonna go back and get my climbing stand and come hang it on a tree, and probably get a sack of corn and pour it around on the ground out here to get them started, because it'll be probably a week before I get to come back over here and actually slip in and bow hunt. Good Lord, it's the turkey tail mushrooms. Look at the turkey tails all on that branch, on that tree. Missed. Well, I just missed a squirrel right there. I'm gonna have to start toting a 22 with a scope on it or a shotgun one, I reckon. My eyes is getting bad, but right here is where I want to put my stand. There's a couple of good straight trees right there I can choose from to hang my stand on. So I'm finna go get my stand. We're gonna come in here and get it set up, and then I'm gonna go on the other side of the road and we're gonna squirrel hunt. I was having trouble toting everything, and I learned this on the National Geographic channel. You learn something, you watch TV long enough, I reckon. People think, oh, you ain't gotta be in shape to go hunting. I don't just sit in a stand. There's a lot of work goes into doing it right. Oh, enough talking. It's hard enough to walk like this, much less tow the camera and film. Let me get out here and set all this up. Well, I had one more camera. I hung it on the tree. Got that fixed up. I figure in about, I don't know, another week. By the weekend, I can probably slip in there and hunt that. I don't know that I'm going to do much hunt. I'm adding my next trip out after today. I'm taking a boat and going fishing. We almost to the truck. Let's slip out here. See if we can shoot a squirrel on the other side of the road. Boy, one that tastes good, fried and that, yeah. Well, y'all, we done walked all up through here. They ain't nothing in here but sweet gums and maple trees. Ain't nothing for a squirrel, so I ain't seen nothing to shoot at. So we headed out, fixing to get back in the truck over here. We're just doing some exploring, really. And I tell you what I have seen deer trails up through here, which probably means they crossing this road right here, and we almost back to the truck. So the thing is, this side of the road looks like it'd be easier to drag a deer out on, but the other side offers more cover for me to hide in to see a deer. So we're gonna hunt over there. If we don't like it, we ain't committed to nothing. We can move over here. Learning new territory. So, and I'm looking at it through Google Maps and OnX. I got OnX downloaded, and that's what I am looking at everything, you know, from the map, and see kind of where hardwoods and breaks and contour lines and the topography and all that is. But anyway, we fixing to get out of here and get in the truck, go to the house, get some water, may stop and get a Gatorade to store. About to burn up. But I think tomorrow, I'm gonna hook the old War Eagle to the buggy and go down to the river, put my crappie pole in the boat, put my shotgun in the boat, shoot me a mess of squirrels about daylight, and then crappie fish. Come out about dinner and have groceries. I think that's a plan. What y'all think? Come on. Anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.